March Madness, baby! The Devils are out, the Saints are in, and third thing is happening to complete this joke. Damn it! Welcome to Extra Point, I'm Rob King. A lot to talk about today, but we're gonna jump in real quick with, the Kicker Podcast, TKP. Have you listened to it, subscribed, rated it, left a comment or a review or whatever the heck you do on iTunes? Come on, guys, get into it. Tomorrow's episode, we have Dan Soder from Billions, hilarious comedian, great actor, huge sports fan, talking the Niners, which no one wants to talk about. He's talking about sweet Jimmy G and a little bit of Denver Nuggets talk, which I guarantee will be the only Denver Nuggets talk in a while. Dan Soder was very funny. He was just on the Bill Simmons podcast. Obviously, Bill Simmons is the warm-up act to TKP, so get into it, guys. Check out TKP on iTunes, on Facebook, on Stitcher, Twitcher, Pocket Pod, Cole. What else?
Pocket Cast.
On Pocket Cast. I mean, all those things where you get your iTunes needs met. That's where TKP is, so check that out. Dave Ingber and I are, we're not pulling punches. We're asking the hard questions, like, what is Dan Soder's favorite rom-com? And he answers the questions, folks. I mean, that's called an exclusive. I also have to mention TEP, the Extra Point, our tournament challenge on ESPN. You guys have been awesome, and by awesome, I mean a lot of you sucked. And I include myself in that, although I am hanging strong at 11, but I'm out of it. S. Michelson, 7, B. Frosty, 03, 08, 11 are number 1 and 2 respectively right now. They seem like they have a pretty clear path to the championship, although I'm sure the Extra Point and TKP troll, Dave Cron, wants me to let everyone know that he's still in it to win it. He's DK Badger 091. What a dumb name, Dave Cron. Shut up. But thanks for watching, obviously. We really appreciate all of you. All right, let's get into the episode today. It's all about what's next, right? What's next for Grayson Allen? What's next for Sister Jean? What's next for Loyola? And to talk about Loyola, I have a special guest coming on. She is a true Crimson fan of Loyola Chicago. Kate Smith, you've seen her on episodes before. She's fantastic. She's gonna have a lot of weird puns. You're gonna be uncomfortable, but that means she's doing it right. So let's get into what's next for these peeps. What's next for Grayson Allen? Well, he will be a star at the next level, the NBA's G League. The University of Virginia, they will take a play out of Loyola Chicago's playbook and not accept anything better than an 11 seed in the tournament forever. Sister Jean, she is a full-blown celebrity now, right? She just licensed her name and her image to Loyola. She's gonna be on a bunch of Trapper Keepers and weird jerseys that they sell in China. So I think she goes full Hollywood. She moves to LA. She gets her own Entourage-style show, right? Her and a bunch of nuns just take over, and they have the Real Housewives, the Real House Nuns of Hollywood. That's what's next for Sister Jean. All right, let's move on to Loyola, Chicago. And like I said before, we have a special guest, Kate Smith, in the studio to talk about it. Kate Smith, welcome.
Rob. Hi everybody. Thank you for having me.
Kate Smith, former student athlete at Loyola Chicago.
Yes.
Pretty amazing. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling real good. I just want to clear the air about Loyola Chicago. I think there's a lot of who is this team, who are these people.
Sure.
I'm one of the slowest 800 meters to come through the Loyola program, so I can speak to the athletic development a little bit. And I was also a theology major, so I just want to clear the air real quick about these cataholics, okay? Kids, back in the 15th century, St. Ignatius of Loyola started what's called the Society of Jesus, which now I think will be called the Society of Jesus Shuttlesworth, due to us really having game. In that light, we're not like a University of Phoenix. We're not online, we're not satellite, there just happens to be 5 of us. The oldest being Georgetown, the most ancient Jesuit institution. Jesuit is a priest from the Society of Jesus. We have God on our side, we have Sister Jean on our side, and I think that's why we've been winning against these secular hooligans.
Wow, that was unexpected. Thank you so much.
I have so much more to say.
No, that was enough. I think they got it. Oh, and she's gone. Great. Okay, that's what's up next for Loyola. Besides now that you know all the theological history of Loyola, wow, I wasn't prepared for that. What's next for Loyola? I think obviously Sister Jean, if the team wins the championship, she becomes the next pope, and the players all get sainthood. That's Loyola. LaMelo Ball, after the Chino Hills team he left behind won a state championship, he will get some success of his own, leading his Lithuania team to a championship in the ring toss competition at the local town fair. First prize is a very healthy-looking goat. So, nice job, LaMelo. Steph Curry, he's injured right now, so the Warriors will wheel him out before the first game of the playoffs to motivate the team like he was their very own Sister Jean. The NFL's catch rule. I think the league will do away with catching and passing altogether because it's just too confusing. Odell Beckham Jr., he's dealing with a contract holdout right now because he said he wants to be the highest paid player in the league. Well, what's next for him? Because of the NFL's new rule forbidding passing and catching, he will be the highest paid player in the XFL. And the Jets, they're going to draft Baker Mayfield and win a Super Bowl. Boom! Get at me! That's it. That's all I got. I want to know what you think. What's next for any of these players or any player that you want to make some jokes about. So put in the comments below what's next for blank, and I will read the coolest ones next week. All right. Go Loyola Chicago. Go, what are they, the Fighting Gods? Ramblers? Retrievers? What are they called?
Huskies?
Huskies? The Fighting Sister Jeans? Anyway, go Loyola Chicago. I'm Rob King. Thanks for watching The Extra Point.